Alright, quick update on the Bitcoin total hash rate. So today, the Bitcoin total hash rate made a new all-time high. This is a very, very bullish signal. The total hash rate is basically how many miners are currently mining Bitcoin at this moment in time. When the hash rate goes up, there is more Bitcoin miners, and as such, there are more validators validating transactions, and there's more people using the network. So the price of Bitcoin is simply a function of the supply and the demand, and it has nothing to do with the value. For example, at this moment in time, for the past year or so, the Bitcoin price has been moving down. However, the hash rate has been moving up, which means we're seeing a bullish divergence because the value of the Bitcoin network is moving up, but the price is moving down, which is very, very interesting. So if we plot the Bitcoin hash rate just below our BTC USD chart, like I said, if we look at the price here, you'll notice, I'm just trying to get a trend line of best fit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see the price in general has been moving down. However, if we look at what's been going on, you know, we can draw it from here or we can draw it from here. It doesn't really matter too much, but we're seeing a bullish divergence. Imagine the hash rate as your oscillator. And at this moment in time, the price is moving down, the oscillator is moving up. This is on a higher time frame, so this is a macro bullish divergence. This is a huge signal for Bitcoin. Like I said, the value of the network is exponentially increasing. Now, if you want to come check out the Bitcoin total hash rate, you can come check it out on blockchain.com. Just type in total crypto hash rate and you should find it out. When you normally click on this, I think it starts off on the 7-day average. However, you just want to come over to the raw values because we want to know the actual total hash rate instead of a moving average of the total hash rate. So very interesting. Just a very quick update. I would like to mention this does not necessarily have to have immediate implications over on the Bitcoin price. However, I would just like to briefly show you other times where we have had these macro bullish divergences in the Bitcoin price. For example, over here you can see the price of the price of Bitcoin moves down and the hash rate moves up. So price goes down, value of the network goes up, and what do you notice? We have this massive ping where, you know, after a certain period of time, the hash rate just keeps moving, and the network has the price has no choice but to start breaking up. And you can see here, we did this before where we had, you know, we were breaking down, we had a big spike up, and the price massively diverged. We went on a massive dump, but then the hash rate went up and made a new all-time high back here in, you know, May of 2020. We came up, made a new all-time high, and since then the divergence played out. You can see we had a massive run up to the upside from this bullish divergence, and we've seen something very, well, literally exactly like we saw back then. For example, you can see a massive run up on the hash rate. While this happened, the Bitcoin price plummeted into the increase in the hash rate. We bottomed, found a higher low, and now we're breaking up into new all-time highs. So like I said, I really don't want you to take away from this video me saying that because the hash rate is going up now that we have to moon this week, we have to moon this month or next month. This is a macro signal. I still do think, I just made a TA video on Bitcoin. When we divide Bitcoin by the M2 money supply, I was talking about two different targets that you can kind of expect Bitcoin to drop. If you do want to check out how far I think Bitcoin's going to go down, then check out that video. But like I said, lower time frames, I think Bitcoin's coming down for one last capitulation, but higher time frames, I really do think Bitcoin is going to start gearing up for this next cycle very soon. And by very soon, this is, you know, a huge multi-year trend. So I really mean within the next few months, and we've seen this play out time and time again. We get these bullish divergences on the hash rate. You can see oscillator moves up, value of the network increases, price moves down. Self-explanatory, bullish divergence, massive run up, bullish divergence, massive run up, bullish divergence. What do you think is going to happen next? I think we're going to go on a massive rally. I'm interested to know your opinion on this. I would just want to finish this video as well. It's not really necessary, but if we do plot them over the top of each other, this is kind of what I want to explain, that it is somewhat of a lagging indicator. Sometimes it works out perfectly, like just down here you can see the hash rate bottomed exactly when Bitcoin bottomed. The hash rate moved up, the price moved up, but what you'll notice is sometimes the price peaks prematurely before the Bitcoin hash rate peaks. I mean, the Bitcoin hash rate is exponentially increasing always over time, and a great way to explain that is simply because the value of the network is increasing over time and more people are using the network. Now, we did have this massive one-off rundown, and this was the China exodus, where China banned Bitcoin mining. And because of that, the hash rate massively plummeted. Previously, a lot of the hash rate was happening in China, but absolutely beautifully, Bitcoin did not need China, just like Bitcoin does not need Canada, it doesn't need the US, it doesn't need any country in particular. All of these countries will soon need Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not care. Bitcoin hash rate go up, TikTok next block, and we are moving to the upside. Like I said, you can see a lot of the time price prematurely tops, and sometimes, you know, the bottoms pretty much line up a lot, but once again you can see price prematurely tops before the Bitcoin hash rate moves down a little bit. So once again, this is a macro signal. Expect this to start playing out within the next couple of months or so. I really do think we are very, very, very close to a bear market bottom. That is all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Absolutely beautiful with what we're seeing here. Hash rate is exponentially increasing, value of the network is going up. This is why we Bitcoin. As always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.